Hello and welcome to That United, the one stop for everything Manchester United. This is Erik Cup Final versus Newcastle pre-match press conference where I'm going to bring you all the quotes from that press conference. So let's get straight to everything Ten Hag said. He was asked about Newcastle and he said it's a great team, a clear philosophy about how they want to play the game. They are an annoying team to play against, so we have to find a way to win. They will try to annoy you. We have to play our game and focus on the game. And he said Manchester United would have to cope with Newcastle's annoying habits of time wasting. If we are to win in the Carabao Cup Final, they have the lowest effective time in the league and they are quite successful with it. And on Marcus Rashford's situation, he said, I don't know, the players are coming in, we have to do our investigations, medical investigations, of course. We did straight after the game, but most of the time we have to wait for 100% diagnosis. So let's wait for the medical to work, and yes, we have to wait. So what he's trying to say is Marcus Rashford, he's not yet sure if Marcus Rashford is going to start. We're going to be fit for the game on Sunday, of course, and if he's going to start, of course. But we have to wait for what the medical report says, and that will determine if Marcus Rashford is going to start on Sunday or not. But for me, I think Marcus Rashford wouldn't want to miss that game, and I fancy him starting that game. Maybe not playing full 90 minutes, but I fancy him starting on that game. That's our first final in how many years? He would definitely not want to miss that. And the injury doesn't look too bad, so I'll fancy Marcus Rashford starting against Newcastle on Sunday. But as for Anthony Martial, Ten Hag confirms Anthony Martial will also miss that game on Sunday against Newcastle. That's not a surprise. Anthony Martial has been inconsistent this season, so Erik saying he's going to miss another game is no surprise to anybody. We're all tired of his situation, so we hope he comes back soon and stays consistent for a longer period of time. But for now, Anthony Martial is going to miss that final, and yeah, it's no surprise. And Erik comment on Nick Pope, Newcastle's first choice goalkeeper, missing that game through suspension. He said that's for them to sort. We know it's definitely not an advantage for them. We have to test it. That's quite obvious. I am not in the instructions of the opponent, so I don't know. I can't influence that. We have to focus on playing football when the ball is in the game, plus fully concentrate on that. Don't get distracted from whatever is on the pitch. We have to find our own way. And Ten Hag's comment on Manchester United is still being in four competitions. This is the highlight of the whole interview for me. The mentality of Erik Ten Hag gives me so much joy anytime I hear him speak. And he said, it's not success, but the road to success. That is us still being in four competitions. He said, success is trophies. So until we win trophies, then we can say we are successful. But being in four competitions right now is not success. It is the road to success. See how big of a mentality Ten Hag has, and this is how he trains his players to have this same mentality. And I'm very, very happy for this man and for him as being our coach, because this is elite mentality. Right now, he's definitely one of the best coaches in the world right now. With what he did in Manchester United for this short period of time, he has been awesome. And yeah, it's always a pleasure hearing him speak, because he has such good knowledge of the game, and also his mentality is elite. If Marcus Rashford is fit to play on Sunday, I would expect us to start with a similar lineup, but I would expect Marcus Rashford to fall back to the left, Sancho on the bench, Weghorst in the middle, and then Anthony on the right. Then Bruno returns back to the number 10 position. Midfield of Casemiro and Sabitzer, or Casemiro and Fred, whichever if they choose to go. Similar back five, of course, Shaw, Martinez and Varane, and then I'll fancy Dalot starting ahead of Wan-Bissaka, and then of course in goal, David De Gea. That's the lineup I prefer us to start with, but it's all boils down to our manager and what he feels he wants to do in that final. It's going to be a very tough final for us, because we just played on Thursday, and Newcastle have had 1 week of not playing football, so they're going to be fresher and more fitter. But yes, we still have that spirit and that mentality. So we are definitely still favourites, and we're going to go to Wembley and come back with that trophy, 100%. I'm very, very confident of that. But let's wait on Sunday and let's see what happens.